Welcome to week 14 of the Lions franchise. The Green Bay Packers are one game away from winning the NFC North. The Lions, after winning against Chicago, are looking to upset, the biggest upset of the season. There's DeAndre Swift, a big part of the win against Chicago, 113 total yards. When these two teams played in week 2, Matthew Stafford got injured in the 48-21 loss. Now it'll be Blake Bortles starting. He'll be getting the football first as the Packers won the coin toss. Week 14, here we go. From Ford Field, and Agnew from about 3 yards deep will take it out after hesitating. And he'll get to around the 20-yard line. As turnovers have been the big story of the struggling of this offense, is still ranked 4th. And Blake Bortles has been turning the football over, a lot of interceptions. If they have any shot of winning this game, they're going to need to cut those down as they start from the 21 with 2 backs in the game. Agnew in motion. He'll get the handoff and lose about 2 yards. This is the best defense in the league in every measurable. And with that defensive line hard not to be, and then you have Jair Alexander, Darnell Savage, and Adrian Amos in that secondary. It's one of the best units ever. As the play fake to Swift on 2nd and 12. Bortles with all kinds of time misses. And open Marvin Jones. It's 3rd down. They need the 31 on this opening possession. Galladay in the slot. Bortles to throw with a 4-man rush. He's protected. He's going to float it to Galladay, and he makes the catch, but he's out of bounds. Coverage by Alexander, and here's the Packers offense, which is calmed down. Since opening the season, they're down to 11th. One of the best offensive lines in the league, and Aaron Jones, who for most of the season has led the league in rushing. First week all year, he hasn't. That crown was given up to Ezekiel Elliott as he gets the opening handoff and gets a yard. The Lions defense has picked up steam in the midpoint of the season, but has fallen off a bit in the past couple weeks. With one of the best offensive lines in the league, it's going to be tough to generate pressure and see if they can get some stops against a team that moves the ball at will. As 2nd and 8, underneath the screen to Jones. He gets a block and a first down out of bounds at the 43. It's a gain of 10. So across the 40, 1st and 10 with 8:10 in this opening quarter. Rodgers underneath. It's Mercedes Lewis fighting for about 8. 2nd and 2 with 3 tight ends of the game. Quick snap. Rodgers on the move. No one near him. He's got a first down and more. Banged out of bounds at the 37. Now a 3rd and 6 with the Packers on the move. They need the 27. Has a flag down. Rodgers with man in his face finds punches. He's down inside the 20. The flag's on Detroit, so that was a free play. So the Packers inside the red zone. Rodgers to throw underneath to Valdez-Scantling. We've got an update early on. Mike Evans for 27 yards will get us kicked off for the Buccaneers. They can't find the end zone, so they'll lead 3-0 halfway into the first quarter. So the Packers are at the 12. From the eye, they'll give it to Aaron Jones, and Jones is about a yard shy. He has 4. 3rd and 1, they need the 7. With 2 tight ends in the gun. They give it to Jones, first down inside the 5. And that's where he stood up. So goal to goal Packers. They'll stay in the same formation. And they'll give it a counter run to Jones. He's stood up, and we've got another update from the other game going on. Brandon Cooks for 11 yards. They'll give him into field goal range. Texans lead 3-0 halfway into the first quarter. Some defensive games early on in the other 2 games is the handoff to Jones, and he stood up at the 5 again. 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. Rodgers to throw with a blitz is picked up. On the move, across his body, wide open was Adams, but he missed him. Packers lead by 3. So the Lions get the football back. They start at the 19. The handoff to Swift, up the middle for 4. We got another update. Turnover by Cousins turns into 6 points for Rob Gronkowski. With excellent sideline awareness in the end zone. Bucks lead 10-0 with 4:20 to go in the opening quarter. So 2:33 to play in our opening quarter. Swift will get out of bounds at the 30 with the Lions' first down. Trying to get some points as the trap run to Swift. He's got a first down with a massive hold to the 45 and across it to the 47. 6 yards after contact. Now with 2 backs in the game, with 5-man rush. Bortles with pressure. Hit as he's thrown. Galladay makes the catch. He's about a yard short. It's a gain of 9. Now it's 3rd and 3. From the offset backfield. Jones in motion. Here comes pressure underneath to Bowden. It's knocked down. But they're going to go for it. 4th and 3. Packers rush 4. Bortles protected. Now pressure. He finds Jones on the run. Jones inside the 30. He's down to the 27. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Second quarter begins from the 26. Lions down 3-0. As Bortles will look to throw with a blitz. The throw to the end zone. Amendola was interfered with. And they'll put the ball at the 1. So Adrian Peterson the back from the eye. He'll get the handoff and he is stuffed. And we've got another update. Mike Evans this time will get Tampa Bay a 3-score lead. They now lead 17-0 over the Vikings at the start of the second quarter. So 2nd and goal from the 1. Can the Lions punch it in? They give it to Swift, and Swift is met by Zadarius Smith. That's a loss of 5. It's now 3rd and goal. From all the way back at the 6. Bortles alone in the backfield. They'll look to throw. Fade to Galladay. He's got it, but he's out of bounds. So the Lions will tie it at 3. So can the Packers respond with 8:40 to play in the opening half? They'll fake it to Jones. Rodgers with pressure is picked off. Picked off by Desmond Trufant. His 3rd of the year inside the 40. And he tries to cut and he's tackled at the 34-yard line. The Lions get a takeaway and they're in field goal range already. So they start at the 34 with a fake. Bortles hit as he's thrown. To Galladay, he's got it. Over Amos and he's down to the 17. Incredible catches by Galladay all year. As from the 19, 2nd and 12. Bortles sidesteps the rush. Amendola is down to the 3. So now the Lions are at the 1. It's 2nd and goal. Galladay all alone in the slot. Bortles throws wide open and misses him. And leaves him with a 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Hawkinson in motion across the formation. They give it to Swift and breaks away from Clark, but 2 other Packers meet him. Lions will lead 6-3. The Packers have a 3rd and 3 of their own. Need 35. Rodgers quickly over the middle. It's Adams. He's to the 40. The Packers are starting to move the ball a little bit. With 3:20 to play in this opening half. Then set with a 3-man rush. 3rd and 5 over the middle. Wide open is Funches. Spins at the 40 of Detroit. He's up to the 39. So under 3 to play now. 1st and 10. As they'll give it to Jones up the middle. Big hole. Aaron Jones breaks a tackle. He's to the 29. Now the Packers are getting the drive together. Potentially the final play before the 2-minute warning. Rodgers with time. Over the middle. There's Adams. First down and more. He's down to the 11. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Rodgers approaching 100 yards as Lions are starting to use their timeouts. This is the 2nd and 3 from the 4. Rodgers protected. Time running out. He scrambles and gets about 3. They're going to give him the first down and they go from the goal line package. They give it to Jones. Up the middle. He's stuffed. Now 2nd and goal from the 1. They give it to Jones again to the end zone. Touchdown Packers. The Packers drive it down the field and take a lot of time off the clock. The Lions only have 1:19 before the halftime. As over the middle to Galladay. He's got it to the 40. That's a great way to get a drive started. Now it's 3rd and 10 with 48 seconds to play. 4-man rush. Bortles feeling the rush. He's going to throw it deep. And no one's home as they'll have to punt. And the Lions will go into halftime down 10-6. Their offense has been struggling, as you can see. Packers have started to move the ball at will to close out that half. They get the football first, as we'll get some updates. Let's get things started with Antonio Brown. He gets about 16 yards here. He gets out of bounds too. Well, no, they have to use a timeout, actually. They can't find the end zone, though. They run out of time, so the Buccaneers will take a 20-0 lead heading into halftime. And in the other game, how about Allen Robinson? He'll get a 15-yard catch here. Left all alone, and he manages to get out of bounds for real this time. But the Bears also run out of time, so they'll tie the game 3-3 heading into halftime. So our game was defined by this Aaron Jones run, the equalizer before halftime. Then you got Bortles on the 4th down conversion, helping set up their first score of the game. And the second half, here we go. Prater sends it away, and Tavon Austin from 9 yards deep will take a knee. Here's the halftime stats. Dominated by Green Bay, as they're looking to close out getting the division title and eventually the 1 seed. They're a few games away from that. As their opening drive starts from the 25. Jones gets the handoff and gets about 3. They get nothing on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and 7. They need the 35 to convert. Rodgers with the blitz is picked up, and open is Adams. First down at the 37-yard line. They'll mark him at the 36 with 2 tight ends. The counter run to Jones. He gets a block, and Jones has a first down at the 46. It's a gain of 10. Packers moving the ball again. This is a good drive near midfield. 2nd and 8. Rodgers to throw. Underneath open is Jones, and Jones has the first down at the 43. So Packers trying to extend the lead. Everyone goes in motion. They shift again. Back to the original set. Taking the play clock down to 6. They'll snap it. Rodgers to throw, and open is Lewis across the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. Rodgers is at 150 yards. Looking to capitalize and extend the lead to 11. Rodgers to throw. He's got time on the move. He's got Adams. Adams inside the 10 to the end zone. Touchdown Packers. He outran Nakuda for the touchdown. Packers lead by 11. So the Lions trying to score a touchdown for the first time all game, as underneath to Jones, and he goes nowhere. We got an update. Jimmy Graham gets a 14-yard touchdown for the Bears, and they now lead 10-3 early on in the 3rd quarter over the Texans. 2nd and 10 with a blitz. Bortles hit as he's thrown to Galladay, tipped in the air, volleyball set it, and it's incomplete. So 3rd and 10, they need the 31 with a blitz. Bortles to the corner for Amendola, knocked down. So the Packers trying to extend the lead once again. They start from the 28-yard line. Rodgers to throw. He's going to float it deep. Wide open is Lewis. Lewis inside the 30. Trufant giving chase. He misses, and he's going to go. Touchdown. Packers. As Mercedes Lewis eclipses 5,000 passing yards. So they'll kick it back to Agnew. He'll take it out from 2 yards deep. Gets a block, and there he goes. Jamal Agnew across midfield. He's going to win the foot race. And the Lions are finally in the end zone for the touchdown. 102 yards. And the deficit's cut right back down to 11. So the Packers getting the football back. 1st and 10, they'll start at the 25-yard line after the kickoff return touchdown. They give it to Jones. Gets a block from Bakhtiari, and Jones has a first down at the 40, and Lewis is slow to get up. Now 1st and 10. Trying to bounce back and open again is Sternberger, the backup tight end, inside the 10 to the 5 and down to the 3. The Lions cannot cover tight ends anymore. It's another massive gain. So 1st and goal from the 3 with 2 tight ends in. They give it to Jones. Jones to the end zone, touchdown. It's his 2nd of the game, and the Packers increase the lead once again to 18. And the Lions cut into the deficit once again. Bortles to throw. He's going to go deep for Swift, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Raven Green, the backup safety, into Lions territory, and Green is down to the 39-yard line. And the Packers are trying to pour it on. So, go from the 34 with the 2nd and 4. Over the middle is Lazard inside the 20. And Coleman brings him down at the 17. So now from the offset backfield. From the 17, they give it to Jones. Gets a block from the fullback. Jones to the end zone, and they've scored 38. Touchdown Packers. It's his 3rd of the game. Aaron Jones has scored 3 touchdowns week 2 against the Lions. Now he's scored 3 touchdowns again. Is underneath to Jones on the 2nd and 10. He's to the 16. It's gain 8. 3rd and 2. Critical 3rd down is underneath. Hawkinson's open to the 32-yard line. Hurrying to the line, trying to cut into the deficit, and open is Amendola near midfield. Now they fake it to Swift. And hit as he's thrown, and Galladay makes the catch in traffic to the 37-yard line. Still playing no huddle. He's Bortles. Gonna throw it. He's picked off. Intercepted by Darnell Savage. This second-year safety takes it up the sideline, and he's gonna take it the distance. Packers have scored 40 once again. Touchdown, and a 68-yard return is 45-13. 35 points for the Packers in this 3rd quarter as 3rd and 4 conversion is failed to Hawkinson. 4th down and 4. They need the 30-yard line. Closing minute of the 3rd quarter. Bortles alone in the backfield. Here comes the blitz. Bortles hits as he's throwing. He misses Hawkinson, who was open. The Packers take over. So the Packers shift. They'll start from the 26-yard line. 39 seconds to go in the quarter. He's got time underneath to Funches, and he's got 9. We've got an update. Antonio Brown once again. This time is a 20-yard reception. The Buccaneers can't find the end zone, so they'll lead 23-0 over the Vikings. That will go for a loss of 5. As Jones commits a false start. 3rd and 1. One last play in this 3rd quarter. They need the 17-yard line. Adams in motion into the backfield, and they'll give it to Jones. 1st down and more. Can he get 4? No, he won't. He's down to the 4. And Jones is over 100 yards. So 4th quarter begins with a 2nd and goal. Rodgers shifts into the shotgun. They'll look to throw. The 4-man rush. He's gonna lose the football. It was stripped by Curse, and Curse picks it up. Jaron Curse beats the right tackle. You got all kinds of time, and the Lions take over. They need the 27-yard line to convert. Can they keep the drive alive? Bortles to Galladay, 1st down. 13 for 30 for Bortles. Is underneath, wide open Swift. Swift is across the 45 and tackled by Kirksey. Now on the move, Bortles. Here comes the rush, and over the middle is another interception. His 3rd of the game. It's Adrian Amos. 2nd interception this year, and the Packers take over once again. So looking to extend the lead. In motion is Lewis. They give it to Jones. And Jones has about 4. We've got another update. Tom Brady to Rob Gronkowski. An even better duo. Bucks are pouring it on. They lead 30-0. in the fourth quarter. So the Packers need to convert a 3rd and 1 from the bunch set. Rodgers will look to throw. He's got time to the sideline, incomplete. Lions forced to stop. So Chase Daniel will step into the game, and he'll look to throw. He'll go deep, taking a 50-50 ball, and it's another interception. Kevin King. And King is down to the 41. It's his 5th interception of the year, now tied with Jair Alexander for the team lead. So the Packers are at the 46 with a 2nd and 5. They give it to Jones, and Jones breaks the tackle across midfield. Finally tackled at the 43. Approaching the 5-minute mark in the game. 2nd and 8 from the 41. Jones gets the handoff and tackled. As we've got another update, David Montgomery from 2 yards out extends the Chicago lead to 17-3 with 5 to play in the game against the Houston Texans. So the Packers need to convert a 3rd and 4. They need the 33-yard line. 4:33 to play. Rodgers underneath to Funches, who loses the ball. It was forced out by Coleman, and Tavai recovers it to the 37-yard line. The Lions are farming takeaways. This is one ugly game. The Lions need to convert a 3rd and 10. Daniel steps up. He's going to run for it. Gets a block from Jones and just across midfield. Now they need the 40-yard line of Green Bay to convert. Daniel with a 5-man rush, and Swift was interfered with by Kirksey. And that'll be an automatic 1st down. So Daniel at the 42 after that penalty. 2nd and 10. With a 4-man rush. Over to Jones, and he's got just about a 1st down. It's Daniel's first completion. So now it's 3rd and inches. Daniel to throw. Comes the rush, and he's throwing it incomplete. They'll go for it on 4th of inches, of course. From the offset eye, here comes the rush. Daniel fakes, and he's dropped immediately by Smith. Preston Smith ends the drive, and with 3 minutes to play, that might do it. But with a 2-minute warning upon us, it's a 3rd and 8, and here comes the shift. Devontae Adams shifts into the tight end spot. Rodgers to throw with a 4-man rush, and he'll go underneath. It's Funches, and he's out of bounds. So Lions will have one last shot to score an offensive touchdown, something they haven't done all day today. They'll start with a fake to Swift. Daniel to Hawkinson. What a throw over Kirksey. Hawkinson across the 45. And finally brought down by King. Bring to the line. Daniel pressured, and he's intercepted. Jair Alexander gets his 6th, and that will do it. He's tackled at the 46. So the Packers rout the Lions 45-13 as they have clinched the NFC North. So what an ugly game. Ugly is just kind of understating it. I don't know how it was only 8 turnovers by both teams. It felt like there was more. If we play like this in the playoffs, yeah, well, we shouldn't expect to be in the playoffs for very long. This team is very hit and miss on offense, and I think a lot of it is Blake Bortles, and I am not playing my best either. So not really much I really can say. We just got to fix our offensive struggles. Luckily, Tennessee isn't the best defense. Well, it shouldn't be. It wasn't in real life. So no upgrades. No one really deserved it after that beating. But we have scouting. Tracy Van Dyke, Tank Sharp, and Matt Glover. Some good corners. Mid-round sleepers, I think, will fit in perfectly for this team. Trufant's getting up there in age. We do need a second corner. And on to games across the league. Let's start by wrapping up the Houston and Chicago game. Only one highlight. It's Khalil Mack sacking Deshaun Watson for a safety. Bears win it 19-13 in Chicago. For the rest of the scores, the Patriots blow out the Rams 33-14 on Thursday Night Football. On the Sunday games, the Panthers beat the Broncos. The Buccaneers hold on to beat the Vikings 30-0. The Cardinals beat the Giants. The Chiefs blow out the Dolphins. The Titans fall to the Jaguars. We play them next week, by the way. The Cowboys beat the Bengals. And then the later window, we have the Jets blowing out the Seahawks. The Colts over the Raiders, the 49ers over the football team, the Eagles falling 1 point shy of the Saints, the Chargers winning a shootout against the Falcons, and on Sunday Night Football, the Bills fall to the Steelers, and on Monday Night Football, the Cleveland Browns edge out the Baltimore Ravens 20-19. On to the playoff picture. All four division leaders have clinched the playoffs. Chiefs and Titans have clinched both of their respective divisions. Steelers, Bills, and Colts are the wildcard leaders. Of course, all those teams played today against each other, and that helps determine the seedings. Bengals have officially been eliminated, and so are the Dolphins. In the NFC, Packers and Saints are the first two teams to clinch their divisions. Lions we're still up there at number 5 for some reason. Cardinals, Cowboys tied with 6 and 7. Bears football team are joining the Panthers and Vikings in the eliminated section of the playoff picture. There's a lot more contested. For players of the week in the AFC, Justin Herbert, 28-38, 470 yards, 5 touchdowns, and a 48-42 win against the Falcons. And the NFC, for the second time this year against the Lions, Aaron Jones, 157 yards and 3 touchdowns. For defense, Jaleel Adai, the safety for the Chargers, 8 tackles, an interception, returned for 6 yards and a forced fumble. And in the NFC, Avonte Maddox, 9 tackles, a TFL, an interception, returned for 32 yards and a touchdown. On to leaders. Drew Brees passes Tom Brady for the most passing yards. Tannehill still has 34 touchdowns, and Locke ties Foles with 17 interceptions. For rushing, Jones has retaken the lead with 1258 yards. He also has 13 touchdowns, which leads the league, and now 52 tackles, which leads the league. He's probably the best running back in this league. For receiving, Galladay has 1246 yards and 16 touchdowns, and Crowder has 461 after the catch. Wrapping things up with defense, Kendricks with that comfortable lead with 132 tackles. Von Miller up to 18 sacks, Donald with 17.5 close behind, and now 4 players have 6 interceptions: Devin Bush, Jair Alexander, Jalen Johnson, and LaMarcus Jr. Week 15 NFL action kicks off with Sunday Night Football between the Chargers and Raiders. On the Sunday slate of games, we have Bills Broncos, Seahawks football team, Browns Giants, Bears Vikings, Packers, Panthers, Texans, Colts, Jets, Rams. We play the Titans, Bucks, Falcons, Jaguars, Ravens, Patriots, Dolphins. In the later window, we have Eagles, Cardinals, Chiefs, Saints. And on Sunday Night Football, we have 49ers, Cowboys. And wrapping things up, Monday Night Football, we have Steelers, Bengals. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And if you enjoyed this content, please subscribe. And I'll see you next week when we face the Tennessee Titans.